Welcome to Pomeroy's Garage, where I turn poor choices into content. This is a pretty poor choice of car. It's definitely not an A to B commuter. It's, well, it used to be, not anymore. It's a 1985 Buick LeSabre. It's been LS swapped. And the best part about this car is you would never expect this car to, let alone pass you on the highway, but chirp its tires and do a smoky burnout. And that's why I picked it to be a sleeper. But you don't need to pick a car like this. You can pick an old truck. You can pick a Honda Civic. You can even pick a Stingray Corvette. As long as it goes faster than normal and people would not expect it, then you're chilling. Now, this car on the outside, honestly, is not a car anybody wants. People have fond memories of driving them, and their parents had them in the 80s, and you know, they love the seats and how cushy they are, but that's kind of it. That's where it stops. No one's gonna look at this car and think, wow, that makes 400 horsepower? Cool. They're gonna be like, oh, I remember how slow those cars were and how comfortable they were. So when I got this car and I changed it all up, I put new suspension in it, I put an LS in it, and when I take this car to just normal car shows, it really changed people's opinion on how they thought of these cars, because they never, ever expected a car to sound like this, do burnouts, just start. So there's a reason why I changed the engine. And I just want to show you kind of how you can make a sleeper and kind of what I did. The first thing you should look at when doing a sleeper build is the body, the car, right? You're not gonna go buy a fast car and make it faster, then it's not really a sleeper. You want a car that's super unsuspecting, and that's why I thought the 85 Buick LeSabre fit the bill. You would never really know that this car does anything or goes fast at all. There is a couple things you can notice, like obviously my LSX badge. If you know what that is, you know it has an LS. If you knew really small details, like these rims are powder coated silver, but they were originally off of a 1996 Caprice 9C1, and you can tell just by the way they are. Anyways, the bolt pattern of this rim does not fit the original bolt pattern of this car. I believe the bolt pattern of this car originally was a 5 1/4 quarter. It wasn't the same as this one. This is a 5-on-5 now. I totally forget what it was. But it'll get to me. I'll put it up on the screen. But these rims would not have fit this car, but I put in 1996 Impala SS rear end in it, so it has posi. I switched the spindles at the front, so now it's running these rims. But if you didn't know, you would not know. I think for me in my space and the creators I watch, it's always LS swap, LS swap, LS swap, and you don't need to do that. I honestly would LS swap the world, but that's just me because I think the cost of performance is amazing and I think it's very reliable power, but you don't need to do that. If you had a Honda, you can go put a Honda, whatever souped up Honda engine in there, and it's not me, I wouldn't know what it is, but if you have a Ford, you go put a Coyote in there. And for me, it's these LS engines. This is a 6-liter out of a 2003 Silverado, I believe, and it is a Gen 4 intake. It has headers, it has a Truck Norris cam, it has AC. Here is the wiring harness, and it's the original one from the truck, and it's tuned on the dyno. And it's pretty sweet. It was really easy to do, so I was told. And yeah, it's a sweet setup in my opinion. Not all sleepers are the same. It's not like going out and buying a C8 Corvette and then every single one is the exact same. Once you've seen one Corvette, you've seen them all. It's really cool when you're driving a car like this. It's just like, you're never gonna see another one on the road. So, I mean, it's even cooler than just driving a car you'd buy, in my opinion. Like this car factory, I would never be able just to pound on it. Oh, I just chirped the tires. Oh fuck. Woo! And it still can go. Holy crap. Another great thing about this car, let me just hold this button. You see my brake light? I can just light it up, baby. Easy. Power, baby. Oh, I love it. Another thing I love about sleepers is you really don't have to care about the aesthetics of the car at all. The coolest thing about this car is that it looks like crap. So I can stand on the hood of this car, it can get another dent. I don't have to care about parking it too close to someone at a parking spot. You know, it just doesn't really matter what happens to the outside. As long as I don't get smacked, then it's fine. One thing I do want to upgrade on this car is the interior. You know, I want a center console, I want 2014 Camaro seats, I want new speakers, new stereo, stuff like that, but that all comes with time. It doesn't have to be done right now. The coolest part about this car is that I can do a smoky burnout and not care just what the car looks like. It's sweet. I can just hammer it. See how much I'm enjoying myself? You can enjoy yourself too. The seats on this car are so comfortable. It's like riding in grandma's couch. You just sit here, big steering wheel that I definitely need to change at some point. Huge window. It's an unbeatable feeling. When I say sleepers come in all shapes and sizes, let me go show you this car right here. This is my dad's 1975 Buick LeSabre. As you can see, this car was supposed to be a parts car. There was not supposed to be much done with it, but he decided to go put in a 6-liter from a Cadillac Escalade. And this car and this car are supposed to have the same exact setup, but this one, I don't know, just feels so much faster. The only difference is this one has an Elgin cam and this one has a BTR Truck Norris cam. This one just feels absolutely just nuts. Over here is another sleeper, a 1995 Caprice wagon, and under the hood it has a 383 stroker LT1, which was done a couple of years ago. Inside it has a T56 6-speed out of a F-body, has Bonneville seats. It's done really nice, and a lot of people like this car. If you want to go check out more on it, maybe I'll do another video. I think I have another video up on the channel if you want to check that out as well. This is a 1984 Chevy Impala that literally looks like it came out of a junkyard, but underneath the hood, it's a 5.3 LS with twin turbo setup. It has 713 rear wheel horsepower, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And then you can work your way over to a totally different kind of sleeper. I have a 2015 C7 Corvette, and it is just a original Stingray. But it has something a little crazy underneath the hood. Now, this is a fast car from factory, right? But when I pop the hood underneath, we have a LT4 supercharger. I've never shown this one on the channel yet because I haven't just made a video on it, but here's a little sneak peek. Yeah, we got a supercharger on this bad boy. It may or may not make 700 rear wheel horsepower with a 7-speed manual transmission, but well, you can go watch the video on that one coming up in a little bit. Of course, I go to take a thumbnail with this car, don't you know, end up just breaking off splitter. Remember when I was talking about how when you have a sleeper like this, you don't really have to care about how the body looks like? You really don't have to care about the aesthetics of the car at all. This is another point of why, you know, it's good to have that because you don't have to worry about ruining a $700 part on your car. Anyways, that is why I love sleepers and why I build them. They're super cool and they're a lot of fun to make, and it's just, you can just go drive them, beat the crap out of them and have a fun time and really not worry about anything unless you have an expensive one. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have videos on all those other cars I mentioned in the description if you want to go check them out, or there'll be links somewhere. And I can also just make a couple progress updates because I think you guys do really like this stuff, and maybe I'll go make a new sleeper somewhere down the line. Don't know what I'll make. Leave suggestions down in the comments and something you'd want to do, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, and I'll see you later.